The email wasn't meant for me. It slipped through. A draft unsent, buried in her folder, left open on the shared tablet she forgot to log out of. Once he signs, we'll move fast. The assets will be frozen, and he won't know what hit him. You'll handle the filings. I'll play the grieving wife. $500 million, clean. Her words, to her lawyer, my wife of 12 years, the same woman who kissed me that morning, who asked if I'd be home for dinner. I stared at the screen until my reflection stared back. Not shock, not grief, just stillness. She wanted war, and she thought I wouldn't see it coming. For days, I said nothing. I moved through the house like a ghost, sat at the dinner table, listened to her laughter, watched her lean across her phone at night, typing too quickly, too carefully. Every smile felt rehearsed, every touch calculated. But what cut deepest wasn't the betrayal itself, it was the precision. She hadn't just fallen out of love, she had planned, timed, written scripts with her attorney, mapping out how to gut me clean. $500 million. Not just money, decades of building, clawing, surviving. She wanted all of it. I replayed her words. He won't know what hit him. She believed I was blind. She believed she was smarter. That was her first mistake. I began quietly. First, the bank accounts. Unmoved. She hadn't dared touch them yet. Then her calls. I had them traced. The lawyer's number repeated, always after midnight. Whispered conversations I let drag on, recording each one. Then the documents. I pulled them before she could file, her draft petition hidden under her login. Grounds for emotional neglect, coercive control, every lie neatly typed, prepared for the court's sympathy. I didn't rage. I didn't confront. I documented. I made copies of everything. Emails, recordings, drafts. I passed them quietly to my own attorney, the kind of man who'd never lost a war in court. He smiled once, thinly. She's walking into a cage she built herself. But I wasn't finished. I rewrote my will. I shifted holdings. I transferred assets into trusts with clauses she could never touch. Every move left a paper trail I controlled. Every account sealed tighter than before. And still, I played my part, smiling at her across candlelight dinners, listening as she pretended to love me, letting her believe she was winning. Inside, I measured every breath, every lie, every step closer to her downfall. The filing came on a Thursday, served at my office. I accepted it with steady hands. My employees whispered. The rumors spread like fire. At home that night, she looked at me with false sorrow. I never wanted it to be this way. I set her petition on the table. Then I placed my folder beside it. Thicker, heavier, stamped with exhibits and transcripts. Her face drained as she opened the first page. Her own emails, her own signature drafts, her own voice whispering through transcripts. Once he signs, we'll move fast. She shook her head. Where did you... How? I didn't answer. I didn't need to. The silence pressed against her chest harder than any accusation. Her plan was dead before it began, and she knew it. The court date was brief, surgical. My attorney presented her words, her recordings, her plots. Each line stripped her bare in front of the judge. Her lawyer shifted uncomfortably, sweat dripping beneath his collar. She tried to interrupt, to protest, but the judge silenced her with a raised hand. Petition denied. Costs assigned to the petitioner. Every eye in the courtroom turned on her. She trembled, clutching her papers as if they could shield her from the wreckage. I didn't look at her. Not once. That was the knife. Not the evidence, not the ruling. The void. The absence of recognition from the man she tried to ruin. When the gavel fell, she reached for me. Please. I walked past. Slow, silent, cold, and she broke behind me. The house is quiet now. Her clothes are gone. Her perfume lingers faintly in Mahal, a ghost of something that never truly existed. $500 million still sits untouched. But wealth isn't the victory, it's the knowledge. She thought she was the predator. She thought she was clever, untouchable, destined to carve me apart and walk away with the spoils. But she never understood. I don't rage. I don't forgive. I observe. I wait. And when the time is right, I end things. She filed for divorce. What she received instead was silence. Reputation ruined. Finances collapsed. Future gone. And me? I didn't lose her. I discarded her. Forever.